Hi everybody, Bev here, Clark Vision, and welcome to my 2024 review. This is quite quick for me to get this out actually, but I've been kind of just spending the last week and a half working on it, listening to a few, and it was easier to put together for me this year because I had bought much less from 2024 than the last couple of years. I think the previous 2 years I had bought something like around 35 to 40 odd new releases from those years, whereas this year I've only bought 19, which is possibly still quite a lot for some people, I guess, for new stuff. But yeah, it's way down on the previous couple of years for whatever reason. And so what I'm going to do is just basically go through, I'm calling it a top 10, but it's not set in stone in that order because I find it difficult to put things in an order of favouritism. My top 10 means it's 10 of what I feel are the best releases, and in some rough kind of favouritism order, if you like, sort of thing. I do have, by the time you get to my top three or something, they're probably the three best or my three favourites of all the new releases for this year. But again, it's graded in an order that you could loosely put in an order. So everything in this top 10 that I'm going to show, I really like. They're all good releases, which leaves out the other 9. And there was one or two disappointments, so I'll show a couple of my biggest disappointments, to be honest with you, of what I've picked up. But there's a few I haven't picked up. I didn't get the new Accept. Wasn't sure if I fancied it. I'm still to get Leaves Eyes, a new one. There is a few other releases that I know Avantasia. There was a new release from them, but I didn't want to get that because it's not like a proper studio album release. I think it's more of a compilation or live stuff or covers or something like that. So I wasn't interested in that. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what there was another one that's quite that I might have, I don't know. Anyway, so there's still quite a lot that I haven't picked up, but Leaves Eyes is definitely one I want to get, I think, and I'm still undecided about Accept. I need to give that some more thought because I think with Accept, I kind of, what I had heard on YouTube, I kind of thought it just sounds a bit tired, the same as before, kind of in the way I feel about Hammerfall. But anyway, it might change, it might grow on me because by default, Accept are a band that I really enjoy now, and I've got pretty much most of their releases, and I've certainly got everything that they've done recently up until the current one. So, but anyway, I won't keep these in suspense much longer, so I'm just going to show you my 10 favourite albums from the year. But before I do that, a couple of my biggest disappointments were Hammerfall's one of them. By Hammerfall standards, this is kind of just, it's a bit boring for me. It's just, nothing on it wows me. It's kind of as if they've run out of ideas, and the songs I feel are mediocre by their standard, to be honest. It just didn't grab me like some previous Hammerfall stuff has grabbed me, and I kind of felt that about the last release as well, the one with the yellowish cover that I mentioned in my updates video. That one I do have as well. It was the previous one, Dominion, I didn't buy, probably for similar reasons. That I just felt Hammerfall were a bit samey. I mean, it's not a bad album, but it wasn't as good as I had hoped, basically. And I probably won't listen to this as often as some other releases that I've got from Hammerfall. So that was one of my disappointments. The other disappointment, well, the other two disappointments, because that's another one there, Coltra, their first full-length album. I've got the EP and I really enjoyed them. They're kind of influenced by the new wave of British heavy metal, but can be a bit epicy in places, if you like. But that one, To Touch with Eyes, what is it? To Watch with Hands, To Touch with Eyes, is the title of this thing, and I just couldn't get into it. But I've not had too many listens of it, possibly because I couldn't get into it. But so it might still grow on me in time, but it just didn't grab me in the way I'd hoped either. And again, this is my other big disappointment, Crystal Viper. I won't say big disappointment, but well, yes, I will actually, because this is a band I really like as well. But this is the poorest album I've heard from them. For some reason, there is some decent tracks on it. It's not all bad, but again, I feel it's a drop in standards by their previous albums. The Silver Key, I just didn't find it was as good as it could be either. So that was a bit of a disappointment, unfortunately. So these that was the disappointments. But so now on to the 10 of my favourites. I don't know where to put all this stuff. We'll just make a space here. There we go. One little space. They can sit there. Right. So as I say, don't take the order with a pinch of salt. They're just kind of a rough order. So number 10 was Blaze Bayley's new album, Circle of Stone. I really quite enjoyed this. This is the second album by him that I've picked up. I quite liked the previous one. That was it there, War Within Me. Yeah, I really quite enjoyed that as well. So, and this again was the same. Excellent tracks. You can sort of, when you're listening to it, feel a bit of Iron Maiden influence. You know, you kind of, you can the way he sings some of the songs, you could think, yeah, he would still fit into Iron Maiden. Kind of sings in that vein in a bit. But yeah, this is. The lyrics are quite reflective, I think, based on some of his own past experiences. I don't really know his personal history, but I think he's gone through some difficult times. And I think the lyrics reflect that in some of the songs. But yeah, it's just a really good metal album. Just the traditional metal. The guitars are good. Really high quality guitar players, I think. Just excellent, enjoyable listen. So that's Blaze Bayley, Circle of Stone. Number 9 is Riot V, or Riot 5, and their new release, Mean Streets. This is on Atomic Fire. Another excellent album, again, just kind of US power metal, traditional metal kind of style, and it's a very energetic and enjoyable album. Pretty much like most of the tracks on here, if not all. They're all very listenable. What's his name's voice is, you know, he's an excellent voice, and again the music is just top class. So number 9 is Riot Fives, Mean Streets. Number 8. This is one I got fairly recently. Dream Evil. I'd almost forgotten to pick this up as well, but when I saw Metal Marty Max 2024, he showed it and that reminded me. So, and miraculously when I jumped on Amazon it was about £15, so it had been reduced. I thought that's the kind of price I'm looking for, so I grabbed it. So it only came in about a week ago, and right away when I first listened, this, Dream Evil are an excellent, very uplifting kind of band. They've got the feel good vibe and just the whole metal, raise pump your fist kind of songs. Big choruses and kind of sing along bits to the songs. The songs are just really good to listen to. So again, I've not listened to much of it. I've not listened to this too many times, but of the times that I have listened to it right away, it's one of my favourites. So Dream Evil and Metal Gods, a really good release from this band. And they're out of Sweden, aren't they? Dream Evil. So number 7, excuse me there, is Ordin Ogan's new album. The Order of Fear, really good. I enjoy this band a lot. Kind of, I don't know, they've got their own kind of dark power metal vibes, slightly proggy in the odd place, but barely a hint maybe, but they just have something about them that wee bit different. The vocalist on this band is really good as well. One thing I thought though about this particular release is, I don't know if it's the mix, but I just felt the vocals were not as prominent to the fore. It was almost like in places they faded into the music. The band was kind of drowning the vocals out a little bit. So I just feel that the vocals weren't as clear, I feel like, or to the front of the mix as they could be. But apart from that, absolute quality record, some superb, just it is pretty much, the whole album's pretty good. I don't really feel there's a bad track on here, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I could pick. I don't know. Moonfire's excellent. Conquest is excellent. Just check it out if you haven't. They're just a really good listen. German power metal goodness. And at number 6 is another one of my favourite bands at the moment, Powerwolf. Their new one, Wake Up the Wicked. Typical Powerwolf style. They are another band. They have their own sound and just very energetic, fast-paced, uplifting sounding songs. Their own brand of power metal, but they have the organ kind of vibes going on and a lot of other stuff. They do kind of sound like as if they're in a church or something. They kind of give off that vibe like they're in it's like a big church congregation or something that's singing all these metal songs. It's kind of makes you think that way on occasion when you're listening to it, but it works pretty good. It works for them, and I enjoy it. So, and they're just really good, high quality musicians. The vocalist, he's amazing. I mean, he sings really good lyrics he puts together, and he reels it off really fast, you know. I don't know how some of these guys do it nowadays. I think to myself, God, I could never sing that well. But there is a lot of good people out there that have a nice talent. So yes, Wake Up the Wicked, highly recommended, people, if you're into this kind of music, which I am. Thank you very much. So we're now into the top 5. Yep, number 5. Visions of Atlantis. Pirates 2 Armada, the follow-up to Pirates from last year. This is fantastic. The symphonic power metal, this band, absolutely terrific. This is on a double LP, but again, not a bad song on here, absolutely terrific. I don't know, what would I pick? I think side C is my favourite side. Hellfire, Collide, and Magic of the Night are the 3 tracks on side C, but overall it's just, again, there's such a good sounding band. The vocalists, male and female vocals on here at times, just the musicians are top quality, and Visions of Atlantis are one of my kind of favourite of the symphonic kind of power metal, just quality stuff. So I really enjoyed this one. Excellent release. So top 4 now. At number 4, which earlier in the year I thought this would probably be higher, but no. But still, nonetheless, it's one of my favourite releases of the year, as per a lot of people. Saxon's Hellfire and Damnation. Just a terrific heavy metal album. Again, there's really not a bad song on here. Probably my least favourite song, if I'm honest, is the final track, Supercharger, for some reason. But still not a bad track, but just a solid heavy metal album. And yes, I do believe, as a few people feel, I think it was much better than Carpe Diem. Well, Carpe Diem was pretty good, I felt, but this is just a couple of steps up again. And I don't know if Brian Tatler's presence on this one has any influence on that or not. I don't know how much, whether he was involved in any of the songwriting or not, but certainly he's playing and his guitar, just very classy solos and leads, and just that Gibson sound, you just can tell. Just superb. He is a very good fit with it. I think he's slotted into this band really well. Very, as I say, a very good fit, I think, and he just complements them really well. So I hope he stays with Saxon for a while. I don't know if it's a permanent thing, with the other guy kind of retiring or whatever, but yeah, I'm glad, because Brian Tatler's a guitarist I really admire. So yes, Hellfire and Damnation came in at 4. So here's my top 3. 3 of the best, I thought, of what I picked up this year. At number 3, and it could have been number 2. I was humming and hawing about 3 and 2, so I guess you could say they're both 2 equal in one respect, but anyway, just for putting it in order, it's at 3. Cloven Hoof and Heathen Cross. So they've got a new singer, which was the singer from Jag Panzer. I forget his name. Harry Conklin or something. Harry the Tyrant Conklin, I think his name is. Excellent singer. Really fits in well with the songs on here. Again, another just pure traditional classic heavy metal band. Obviously they're from the new wave of British heavy metal a la Saxon, and it's more of that just heavy metal, and just just heavy metal, just what we kind of grew up loving. Well, what I grew up loving, you know, good songs. Again, it's a solid album. Really, I just think. I just think the whole thing is really, really good. Highly, highly recommended. Do not miss this album. If you've picked up Saxon and you like that, then I mean, this is different to the Saxon album, but it's just quality heavy metal. So get it, people, if you haven't. So that's Heathen Cross by Cloven Hoof. Brilliant. So number 2 then, and I'm quite surprised this came so high, but really, really good release from the French classic cult metal band from the 80s. Again, ADX are still on the go and making good music. This is one of my favourites of the year. L'Empire du Crépuscule. I beg your pardon if that's completely wrong. As I say, it's all in French. I think I've mentioned this before. The songs, they sing in French, so I've no idea what they're singing, but it's good. Just classic style, speed metal, heavy metal, again, of the classic traditional sense, but yeah, very, very, very good. I like the guitars. There's a lot of good riffs going on in this record. And yeah, pretty much all of it. Again, there's barely a bad song on here from. Yeah, no, I would say it's all good. Yeah, highly recommended. EDX, kind of heavy speed metal band. Do check them out. So that's that. Is there any point in telling you what number 1 is? Because I'm sure you know. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is my favourite album of the year. I think it's a lot of people's favourite, but this is just amazing. I love this. And I'm so pleased for Judas Priest that after all these years they're still bringing out quality stuff, because Firepower was excellent. This is just, I prefer this one just a little bit more than Firepower. I think this is better, just fractionally, because Firepower was immense. This is even just as immense. Yeah, really good. Oh, I don't know, what can you say? Trial by Fire, Crown of Horns, what a classic track that is. I mean, the title track, the serpent and the, you know, giants in the sky, the whole thing, just amazing record. And Rob Halford sounds terrific, and the guitars are terrific. And what else is there to say? Best album of the year. So yeah, that's my 10 bests of 24, a couple of disappointments, and a few others that, you know, I haven't mentioned. And as I say, I'll probably pick up a few more. And for 2025, there's a couple I'm really looking forward to. One is Majestica. For those that have no clue, Majestica are the band who did the Christmas album, A Christmas Carol. And it's Tommy Johansson's project. Tommy Johansson, who was in Sabaton for many years, he's just left Sabaton, I think, to focus more on Majestica. And they are bringing a new album out, I think it's February. And Elven King, the Italian kind of folky power metal band, they are bringing out their third and final part of the their trio of albums that they've been releasing. I can't even remember what it's called, but yes, Elven King. So these are two that I'm definitely looking forward to this year, and there'll be plenty more, I'm sure, as well to come. So Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my wonderful, exciting video. I'm just rambling here. Yeah, have a good year, guys. I hope, certainly hope for myself it's a better year than last. And I will see you all in another video at some point. Thanks for watching. Bye the now.